Quick update on the garage to shop conversion. Finished wiring up all the light sets, and this is how we kind of ended up over here. So I have all these push button switches. This one goes to the outside. This goes to set number 3, number 2, number 1, and all the different wiring sets I have marked for future reference in case I need to know what line goes to where. So they're all brought out, run to the different sets, cut across, and now they're all active with the switch sets. And I had changed the power line coming in, kind of lowered it down so I could splice into it. Put a box in there while I was at it. Over here was the one outlet and another box that I put in. And again, I ran line up here to this conduit just temporarily. I think I'm going to add another box in here, approximately either this one or this one, and then probably another one down here somewhere. And then the other major wiring that I'll have to do is I gotta take from this other line that comes in. I'm gonna branch off of it and then run down along the side so I can put boxes in to drop down power to various pieces of equipment. I haven't decided on a layout yet, so I haven't done that yet. I also have to put in a 220 line, which I'll be bringing up approximately in this area with a 4-prong outlet, so they can plug in the CRP 48 CNC router. So we're getting closer on that. I did go ahead and start bringing in some equipment. This is all fairly inexpensive but old equipment. My father did a lot of woodworking projects and so forth over the years. He passed away in 2008. So most of these are pretty old. They were the inexpensive models of most makes. Nothing fancy, but hey, to get me started. I got them out of storage. They need a lot of work. I need to clean them up, but they all function. Everything turns on. This particular table saw is a Value Craft, and I don't know if we can get in here, but manufactured 1988, 2 horsepower motor, 12 amp. Looks like the switch broke, so he wired in another switch, but it does turn on. It's pretty noisy, but I did make a quick test cut with it. Works good. Little Dremel belt disc sander combination. I think I need to take it apart and clean the motor up. It whines a little bit, but still at least operating. Popular back in the 80s with these Menards woodworking equipment. This is a 6-inch belt, 9-inch disc sander, 3/4 horsepower. Had a little interruption there, sorry. But yeah, these this is Menards. Menards, yeah, they were pretty popular back in the 80s. This particular one is dated, I'm gonna say 1987. 3 horsepower, 10 amps, and it's a 6-inch, 9-inch belt disc sander. There's a adapter here. This belt sander actually tilts vertical, and you can put this plate on here as a guard plate. Then of course this table tilts and bends and so forth, and seems to run pretty good. I did do a little test sanding on it. Seemed to work out pretty good. Needs new belts, that's for sure. Standing drill press. Again, this is one of those Menards that were available. This one's dated 1985. It's got 16 speeds. 3/4 horsepower, 5/8 drill chuck. That all seems in pretty good shape. Of course, you got all these different belt settings set on high right now. I do have a problem with the gear rack that's supposed to go on here. It looks like it broke. Kind of got taped on, and so I'm gonna have to disassemble all that and do something to fix that all up. Yeah, looks like he had a very inexpensive but Axis vise for clamping stuff, which I'll probably find a use for that. The other one, probably one of the first things I'm going to work on, is a bandsaw. It's a True Cut. Again, this is dated in like 1984. Old style, but very beefy. It was very heavy. I had to disassemble it actually to get it here. But it looks like bearings are still in pretty good shape. That thing spins for quite a while. There's a little dent in the top, I'm not sure, on both that and the cover, so I gotta get that cleaned up. Motor still works good. I had it turned on. I'm not sure what size horsepower motor that is, but I'd have to take a closer look at it. So other than that, bandsaw table's down there. This looks like it's in still pretty good shape. I shouldn't have to do too much to it other than clean it up. Maybe take a look at the bearings for the guide. I think the bottom one's a little tight, top one spins pretty loose. So Doracraft bench grinder, put on a bench. It runs very well. Once it's up to speed, it takes forever to stop. Looks like you got a Craftsman router table here at one time. 1.5 horsepower router underneath there. It still works. He had made this stand and had other stuff stored in it. Not sure what I'm going to do with that, but we'll do something with it. Another Craftsman router down there. Then it had one of these little Dremel table saws, and it runs. Not very powerful, but real thin stuff, cuts through pretty nicely. Then in the back here, you do some work on this, but this is an old Craftsman lathe. Still pretty sturdy. I remember using it when I was younger. That there is a piece for the bands. It'll clamp on the bandsaw for a guide. Again, this piece here is junk. I'm not sure if I'm going to fix it or if I'm just going to change to something different for the front of this saw for a fence. But all in all, coming along here, start working on some of this equipment so that the next step will be laying out a design for the new machine base for the CRP 4848 router. And I'll probably, when I get to that point here, hopefully not just too distant future, we'll get some shots of putting the bed together, the base together, and then we'll go through the steps of disassembly, reassembly, realigning, all the neat stuff to get the router back up and running up here. Well, again, current status. Keep moving ahead. If you want to stay connected as to what we're doing next, please subscribe. If there's anything you see that you like, I do appreciate it if you give me a thumbs up. Okay, and until next time, thanks guys.